Hello everyone, I will be introducing you my research topic, which is Incorporation of Virtual Reality as a means to stimulate the English language learning and teaching process. The introduction is a substantial part of my research because it presents the most interesting and important information of the topic. We have to pay attention on the concept of virtual learning environments. In these kind of spaces, we can develop and incorporate the so-called emerging technologies. This category encompasses virtual reality, or better known as VR. This emerging technology is on the path of progress, constant evaluation, and dissemination. In this research, the VR is recognized as a builder and catalyst of knowledge in the field of teaching and the language learning process. The theoretical framework was divided into 5 parts. The first one is emerging technologies. I included here the definition and some main features, characteristics of this concept. The second one is virtual reality as an emerging technology. The third one is application of virtual reality for the teaching and learning of English as a second language. I realize here that despite its dissemination and use throughout the world, VR is not one of the most used supports in higher education level. Also, it is considered as a supporter of learning by doing. Also gives a chance to students of experimenting and becoming aware of social cultural aspects. In the same way, new vocabulary can be learned through visualization of the objects in 3D. In some VR applications, the students can have real conversations with completely virtual characters. In general, VR offers us simulations and everyday use scenarios, such as ordering food at a restaurant, booking in a hotel, etc. The name of part number 4 is Advantages of Implementing VR in the Learning and Teaching English Process. And the last one is Challenges and Limitations of Incorporating Virtual Reality. This segment gave way to a broader perspective of the topic because the limitations are several and seem to be more relevant than the advantages. It is extremely important to emphasize that research into the use of AR and VR, in specific in language education, is still in its infancy, with most reports being exploratory studies designed to investigate possibilities and students' perceptions. Even though several researchers have underlined the positive impact of VR in education, there is also evidence which demonstrates that teachers and trainers still hesitate to incorporate VR in their teaching practice and also in the learning process. So the methodology followed was a qualitative research that consisted on an individual interview or 16 participants was divided into 2 groups. Group A conformed with 11 students, and the Group B, 5 teachers of English classes. In the results section, a contrast was found, a kind of polarization. Students talked positively about VR, while teachers made it clear that this technology is far from being able to be part of educational processes. Of the most interesting results that we obtained from Group A were that VR encourages social interaction and improves communication skills. Through the use of this technology, a student can self-evaluate the language level. Also, it increases self-confidence. It helps to gain experience to apply in the real world. It trains students for the labor field. It helps students with other learning styles be taken into account. Also, it increases the vocabulary, and it helps to better process information in another language. In Group B, there were a variety of negative reasons. There were focus on the language faculty of the UV. For example, lack of interest of teachers in opening up to new teaching methodological horizon. There have been budget cuts for technological innovation. Only the most prestigious universities have implemented, studied, and applied VR in academic fields. Pedagogy, language teaching, technology, communication sciences, systems engineering have to be involved in the implementation of VR in English language degree. It would imply much more financial expense that can be contemplated at the beginning of the action plan. The teaching staff needs advice on these new devices and technological system in a transdisciplinary way. As a conclusion, the implementation of VR is slowed by a negative outlook within the language faculty because of limited monetary resources, constant resistance to educational innovation, the digital divide, the scarcity of exploratory studies in public universities on the application of VR in the teaching and learning of English as a foreign language, and of course, the high cost of production and implementation of the same.